This is episode 3.
This is episode 3 of the Peace Cast.
Peace Cast. There's no title. I don't give it a title. There's no point to the title. Why? Because
what do you mean there's no point to a title? It's got to have a title at some point.
There's already a Peace Cast or something. It's like the name Peace is in there and the name Cast is in there. Also, fun stat. I believe the number is the 800,000, I think, podcasts.
That's how many views we have already? Jeez.
No.
My God.
That's how many podcasts are out there. So essentially it's 1 in 3 people have a podcast, 1 in 5, 1 in 4, something like that.
800,000 podcasts?
Yep.
Just for One Piece? Man, that's a lot of fans.
That's a lot of people who like One Piece. That's almost as many episodes as the show has.
Almost. Just barely.
Almost.
So yeah, we're going to be discussing what episode 5. We discussed episode 4 last time. Nothing much happened in episode 4. Actually, wait, never mind.
That's backstory.
That's a big backstory episode.
I'm thinking about episode 5. All right. So start us off with this episode 5 recap, my dude.
All right. So in episode 5, we started off by seeing Luffy getting dropped the fuck off in the middle of a town by a bird because the dumbass somehow got plucked while trying to eat it. And when he does, he meets up with Nami and a bunch of bandits while Nami was in the middle of stealing some shit. And Nami was like, oh, hey, dude, I can use this man. And basically pretended that she was working for him, convinced him to fight the pirate dudes. Luffy kicks their asses or whatever. And then she and him were like, hey, maybe we should continue to hang out. And I just want to make a note. Say what?
He drops the ball. He goes, I'm a pirate. And then she doesn't.
That's not even the point. That's not even the point at which it's important to the story. It's just a thing that is said. She says several times that she hates pirates and she steals from pirates, and Luffy's just like, what did she say? What was
yeah, he's completely oblivious.
Sweet, I need a map maker.
And that was when I made a note of, at this point, that is the first important character to not give Luffy their entire life story upon meeting them. So props to you, Nami. Props to you. And then
do a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah. But then but then they go to the house where they reconvene and talk shit. And then of course, what does Nami do but give her whole fucking, well, maybe not the whole life story, but
she's just like, I need money.
I mean, she still goes into like this, I fucking hate pirates, blah, blah, blah. I'll never work as a pirate. My blah, blah, blah was killed by pirates. And it's just someone very close to me was killed by, it's like, come on.
She doesn't go that hard. She goes, I need money. It's none of your business.
Well, no, when they're in the house, she's like, well, the reason why I hate pirates is because somebody very close to me was killed by pirates, and pirates are all scum. They don't believe in anything.
But the important part is there's no...
That's very true. That's very true. Not all the backstory, but I still have a separate note in here that was like, oh, never mind. Fucking, you had it, you lost it. Then we cut to, well, not really a cut. At that point, Nami decides that she's going to trick Luffy by tying him up and giving him to Buggy as like a bargaining chip or whatever. Come clean, pretend to be on her crew so she can steal all their treasure. And we cut to Buggy, my boy, the clown himself. And I really wanted to mention this. The very first scene that we see Buggy in, he's obviously tormenting some guy, some poor schmuck. And the way that the anime makes you believe his power works, they basically animate it in a way where the guy starts like floating magically with Buggy just giving him a death stare.
Force powers.
And I'm just sitting here like, yo, whose force powers is this? All right. That's like fucking bullshit.
It makes it look like he's got like these balls in his throat which is just supposed to be like the invisible hand squeezing.
Yeah.
But my first thought was, after already knowing what Buggy's power is, did Buggy like put a little piece of himself inside all of them so that he could just like force choke them like that whenever he wanted to, just like control that one little piece inside of them, just like lift him up and rip him out of him?
Yo, dude, you've got some thoughts on there. I'm sitting here like thinking to myself, wow, the animators are lazy. We're actually giving it a reason. Yeah, he's like dropping some skin cells in all their throats or something and squeezing them up or some shit. Yeah. I don't know, but I thought that was a little wild. And because we know better. And
if you think about it, they never show underneath his pants.
Oh, fuck.
So
Oh, shit.
Slicing parts of his leg off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just some pieces of his leg.
Meatiest part of your body, yeah.
Banana slices, huh?
I'm thinking something.
You know.
I'm just saying, we don't see underneath his pants.
When it comes to Buggy-san,
it's in his throat. I mean, I'm just saying, they're all probably sucking it anyway.
The pieces are too convenient.
But then we cut to, I have another note here, but I'll skip over it. Then we get to the part where Nami and Luffy catch up with Buggy, and then Buggy's like, the fuck you two doing back here? And then Nami's like, hey, I've come to bargain. Have this schmuck. And then he's like, uh-huh. And then she's like, I want to be on your crew now. Fuck this guy. And in order to weasel her way in, Buggy's like, hey, you know what? I'm all right with this. Let's do it. They all throw a fucking party, put Luffy in a cage, and while they're all having a good time, Buggy decides, hey, Nami, you know what would be a really good time? Let's fucking murder the shit out of your old boss. And Nami was like, oh, I didn't necessarily sign up for this. And Buggy's like, nonsense. And then they show off the big Buggy ball, which is just basically a bigger cannonball than normal, and points one directly at Luffy. And Buggy decides, hey, Nami, you should do this. And Nami's like, oh no, but if I do it, then I'm no better than one of these pirates. And
side note, these bombs are never this powerful ever again.
No. I have a note about that later on, but go ahead.
They are literally never powerful ever again. In fact, they have to justify or they have to try to beat their uselessness, because they will come back way later and only be slightly less useless, but still very much useless in the grand scheme of things. Then Nami decides, no, I'm not going to shoot the boss. And then Buggy's like, the fuck, Nami? Why are you hurting my guys who was trying to kill your boss? And that's when Zoro shows up, and Zoro doing what Zoro does best. He stares down Buggy, and Buggy goes, yes, Zoro, you must be here for my head. And Zoro's like, nah, I'm just here for the captain, but I'll fight you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, fucking Zoro's like, I don't even know who the fuck you are. I'm just here for this man over here. Buggy's like, what? You've never heard of the great Captain Buggy? And Zoro's
I
like,
don't hunt pirates anymore.
I don't hunt pirates anymore. I just want this schmuck. And then he's like, I'm going to put on my bandana anyway, because get ready what it's time for. You all know what it is. It's time for the Zoro move. But then something horrible happens. Zoro realizes that he can't just do his finishing move in one single swoop on this man, because he could just separate himself and be perfectly fine. And then he gets stabbed in the back.
Which is after he gets stabbed in the back by a floating hand.
Yep. So Zoro got cucked there. And then my last note was, basically after Zoro got stabbed, Luffy was like, Zoro, you know what to do. And it's okay. And then Zoro's like, yeah, I know what to do.
I had a team meeting before this.
Runs over to the cannon, crouches on all fours. Mind you, this thing's got to be like, I don't know, maybe.
Don't doubt Zoro, right?
Yeah, he picks up the whole cage with Luffy in it later.
That's fair. That's facts. All right. So he's fucking squatting that thing. He shoves that fucker up, and it's like, all right, we're going to shoot the bad guys. And what I love most about this was the fact that they were just staring at it. They were like, oh no, we're going to get shot. Like that whole time they could have just like, I don't know, walked to the left or walked to the right, or maybe, heaven forbid, towards the cannon to get out of the blast zone. But no, they got to take the Prometheus school of fucking standing in front of shit.
Mm-hmm.
and this
is before Nami's even lit the cannon. The cannon's still just pointed at them. It's not even lit yet.
Yeah, right. Like,
they go, oh shit, we're about to get shot. And then Zoro goes, oh, you light the fucking cannon already. And she goes, oh, okay.
Yup. And that was episode 5.
And then they get blowed.
And they get blowed. But of course, nothing actually happens to them.
They cut to the next episode, and we find out, no one really dies. No one dies in this series. No one ever.
Nobody.
Ever.
No one dies.
Ever.
Literally nobody ever dies.
Never. Luffy's immortal.
Luffy is 100% immortal.
That's how you know no one dies. If Luffy can't die, no one can die.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's an or it's an unfortunate truth. This show is pretty campy, so you can always recognize that there will be no deaths, and it will bug
be a lot of beat up people. You know.
Yep,
Oh, I think I had a side note in here that moment that Zoro gets stabbed, that's gonna haunt him for like the next 6 arcs.
Oh yeah, no,
that one stab is gonna hurt him for the next like 2 arcs, and then something else happens with another 2 arcs. Same wound.
That's the catalyst that keeps him like at fucking 60% for the rest of like.
Yeah,
the next
this is how they nerf Zoro for the next 6 arcs. He's like,
yeah, they literally gimp the man by just saying. Yeah, because this one's what's going to trigger. Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean.
It's but a flesh wound.
This is his fucking handicap for like 2 or 3 arcs.
All right, that's was a 5. Right, 6 opens up. I believe they're about to fight the dude, or they're running away, and Zoro does that whole lifting.
Nah,
thing.
they just blew his ass up. Zoro
it immediately
picked up the
starts
cage.
with that.
Yeah. They blew his ass up, then Zoro picks up the cage with Luffy. They just fucking walk to the middle of Times Square, or wherever the fuck they were. And then Zoro's like, you know what? I'm pretty fucking tired. Then
like the second
entire series.
And we meet the best dude ever, fucking Chouchou.
I have a note about Chouchou.
Boy. Well, what's up?
This is another instance of low budget.
It's an actual person yelling "woof woof" into a microphone.
At least in the sub, it's a person.
Yeah, no, it's a person in the dub too.
And the person,
fucking. I remember Crystal and Devin. If Devin was here, they would be here bitching because they watched it in dub, and they were like, "It's so stupid that they would just tell a person to pretend to be a dub." I'm like, bruh, they do that in both.
It's funny.
That was the meme. That was the meme in dub. They were like,
fucking. It's just stupid fun. Like, who cares?
Too. Anyway, the note was that it's actually voiced by Kobe.
Wait,
oh, really?
Kobe does the voice. I don't know that for a fact. It sounds too much like him. Just like the little girl from.
Wait, so you're just saying that?
Yeah, but just like the little girl from 2 episodes ago sounded like Nami.
You hear it. You heard it here, folks. Kobe Bryant himself voiced Chouchou.
No. Pink hair Kobe.
Rest in peace. This is
Kobe.
his legacy.
No one
I thought they animated I thought they reanimated some Kobe beef. I thought that's what he was talking about.
He said Kobe is in like the fucking pink haired kid.
Yes.
No, I know.
Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
I'm so out of it.
What do I look like to you?
Yo, fucking Harry, whoever your name is, cut that out.
Harry.
What's his name? Who's our hamster again?
He's not.
Put some respect on his name.
What's his name?
His name's the Big D.
All right, Big D, cut that out.
Don't cut that out.
I'll just call him Big D. No, I don't care.
All right, so yeah, he meets the dog, Chouchou Kobe.
Chouchou Kobe. You heard it. Kobe.
And the dog's looking all shifty eyes at him.
He's like, yo, you're looking kind of sus right now, my guy. And that's when Nami comes up out of nowhere. Like, hey, you know what? You guys are, all right. We like it. Zoro's in doing whatever, sleeping it off. And she's like, here, have a key. Chucks it at Luffy, and it lands on the ground. And
yeah, I feel like I had a bad recap of this because in my memory I was like, oh, they're gonna wait for the dog to poop it out. And I was like, and then it didn't happen. I was like, what was I thinking of? What? This is probably such a thing that happens way too often in a
yeah, no, it happens so often. That's like the common trope in the situation. No, they do not wait for him to poop out the key.
And then, but then I had a thought. I was like, couldn't Zoro pick up Luffy on top of a high building and just drop him?
Absolutely. I don't know why they didn't. I mean, Luffy could also just fucking slip through the bars. I don't think they ever mentioned that it's like the fancy kind.
Thought as well. It was just like something he could easily go through.
Yeah, no, there was absolutely there was many ways that they could have written themselves out of that corner. But what do? They just double down on it and make the fucking dog eat an iron fucking key. Oh yes, of course, a dog's favorite snack. Iron.
Yeah, and then right when you hate the dog, the old man comes around and explains the dog's backstory because the dog can't do it himself.
No, it's okay, guys. You can't hate this dude because he's actually the best boy. He's been waiting for his master to return. Unfortunately, he's never gonna fucking return because he's dead. And now he's just
research update. Kobe did not voice Chouchou. They're not the same voice actor.
Chouchou. It is the same voice actor, right? Just listen to it. Listen to it. You'll notice
I did the research.
Well, I don't know if it is in sub, but I think in dub they actually have. Well, I won't worry about it. We'll worry about that later.
It's not the same English actor either.
No, like they have 2 actors for Kobe.
Oh.
So I don't know.
It's neither of them.
That's a potential future spoiler.
It's still neither.
Kobe clones himself.
Well, no. See, the guy who played Kobe in the dub just died. That's all.
Oof.
Nope, that didn't happen. I was lying to you.
I was thinking. Never mind.
But yeah, so they fucking made the dog eat the key, one of the world's best plot elements, and then they explain the dog's backstory, and then you realize, you know what, Chouchou for president.
Yeah,
and that's when Beast Tamer Moji, the most fucking forgotten about character on Buggy.
They hyped him up. They gave him way too much screen time for.
They gave him so much screen time.
What's about to happen to him?
All right, so like I have no problem mentioning that Buggy's like crew and shit is gonna return a couple of times throughout the series, but like
they're 100% comedic factor. They don't do anything.
Yeah, they're 100% comedic factor, and Moji is like a not
even like he's like barely even in the background.
He's like if like Buggy's a throwaway, fucking Moji might as well like not even be. He'll get like 2 lines and be like, "Oh, I'm there, guys," and I'd be gone. So it's like, get the fuck out of here.
I'm more upset at Oda actually like giving this man features and giving the line like, is menacing.
I'll have that note in if we get to episode 7 today, which I don't know.
Sure
we don't have to or whatever. But I said the same thing about Cabaji, but either way, Beast Tamer Moji, they made him look so badass. He's not. He's a bitch. And they gave him a lot of screen time. And he beat the fuck out of Chouchou, dude. Fucking leave my boy alone. Let's be serious here. The Lion did that. And that man couldn't beat up Chouchou, all right? He had to put in a sub. Yo, I mean, you know what? All right, I feel that. Yeah, he's just hiding behind the brawn. Yeah, you're right.
His what?
Would have kicked his fucking ass.
But then our man tries to tame the untamable.
Right? Yeah. He's like, I'm the master of all beasts. That's
why he exists. He exists just to show you what a badass Chouchou is.
Yeah, they said Oda only made the Beast Tamer emoji to demonstrate fucking Chouchou's unbendable will. I will never bow to this Beast Tamer, man. This piece of shit dude with weird hair on his fucking ears.
Mm-hmm. And then he fights him.
He bites him. And then unfortunately the Lion kicks his ass.
Right, but there's also a moment where Luffy gets like thrown 6 miles into a house, and then
that was
he gets.
I believe the lion. Yeah, the lion I know like hits the cage into a house, and then at some point when he's fighting Chouchou,
the lion steps on the cage, breaking it and letting him out.
Yeah,
and then he punches him into a house like six blocks away.
And then after Chouchou gets beat up, they cut back to Luffy's getting Nami in the mirror like, wait a minute. Why are you not dead?
How are you alive? Nami speaking everybody's voice for the next 900 episodes. She's
the one dropping the line that everyone talking like the next every episode ever.
The subline is, you just destroyed a house by crashing into it. How are you alive?
How are you alive? I have that in my notes too. I have Nami speaking for the people.
Speaking for everyone from here on out for the next 900 episodes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that will not be the last time we hear those words.
And then we get the cool scenes where Luffy comes up to the dog and the dog's just barking in the fire. Mm. Pretty cool.
Yeah. The fucking Chouchou's like, nah, dude, that's my house, man. My treasure. And then Luffy's like, you know what?
But let's side note here, right? Let's give a fact that the man, the goat Chouchou, was trying to bark away the flames.
Absolutely.
Thought he was gonna fuss road out that bitch.
he was gonna awaken his true form.
Yep.
Fucking Ultra Instinct Chouchou putting out the flames, dude. Then Luffy sees this
cool scene when he's like,
he sees that that the lion's like walking away with like a box of food or some shit. It's like, nah, we ain't having this. and he he fucking beats the shit out of him.
Whose man's?
I mean, he's like, whose man's is this?
He straight up grabs the lion, twists him around, and says like Suki or some shit, and then he just drops him.
I think he does
that whole lion's neck.
He does the twisty arm thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. The twisty arm thing. And then he like fucking jackhammers him into the fucking floor.
And the other dude's like,
dead,
whoa,
but not really.
Man, it's a prank. It was a prank.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, yeah, you can't do this. I mean, it's all a joke, man. It was all a good
and then
fun.
He punches the fuck out of this guy.
Yeah.
He punches the fuck out of him.
He does that Mortal Kombat get over here, and he just slams him down.
Mm-hmm.
And then we cut back, and then Nami's trying to like give him shit, like, "Oh, you goddamn pirates, always destroying shit, ungrateful."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, all right, Nami, like, bitch. All right, the dude just like stopped the villain here. All right, why are you giving Luffy shit? He didn't hurt Chouchou. He didn't do anything wrong. Nami's just fucking butthurt because now she's like feeling something for Chouchou. We're all feeling for Chouchou, girl. But why are we taking anything out on Luffy? Luffy's blameless here,
my dude.
And then be 180.
It's like 180. She sees the box of food.
Who puts the box of food down and sits next to a dog. And this is before Luffy has said anything to Chouchou either. He puts the box of dog food and sits next to him. She goes, "Oh my god, he has a heart."
He has a heart.
Who got dog food?
He never makes a problem. Like, why does he have food? Why is he doing this?
What? Chotomate.
Oh man!
Can we
and
give
then
a shout out to the mayor in his outfit?
Yeah, and then of course the mayor was there the whole time, just kind of like doing his mayor thing in his weird ass armor.
That was a wooden outfit, my dude.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
I guess it's not very form fitting like leather would be.
Yeah,
I feel
like a makeshift the wooden armor because of his background of making houses. You know, he had.
That's a bit deep.
Yeah, you're reading into some shit,
backstory.
man.
He said 40 years ago this place was nothing.
That's fair.
I mean, I know, I understand that part. I'm just saying, I would have never associated that.
But I think he's not so mad about his house getting blown up in the next episode. He's like, I could just build it again.
He's like, yeah, we can just build another one. We're like professional carpenters, man.
You see this town?
Do you have any idea how good with wood these hands are?
Look at this armor.
Look at this fucking armor, dude.
This is a +2 defense.
That's it.
Plus 2 out of 1,000.
Yeah. +2 defense when the max is 800.
Max is 800 and is super bitter. First hit destroyed.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Beast Tamer Emoji runs away and playing to his boss. He's like, "You don't know what we're in for. The dude has devs." And
yeah, he goes, "He's a rubber."
He's a rubber.
Except our boy wasn't listening to anything he was saying, so he didn't even go like, "Rubber what? I wonder."
Yeah,
let's die.
He was just like, man, they beat your ass, huh? Well, damn, I guess we'll have to come up with a new plan. Like completely disregarded. Didn't give a fuck.
That thought process in Death Note, where what's it called? Light was trying to figure out L's name, and L kept going, "My name is L," and then Light kept going, "Oh, yeah, L, what's his name?"
It could be his name.
In the background, you just see L showing him his ID, his social security.
Yeah, his passport.
He's just like, he has it tattooed all over his body. He opens up his shirt, and then Light goes, "But what's his name?"
But what is the name?
I can't trust him. That can't be his name.
cut to Charlie Day in the bottom of that basement or whatever. What is the name, man? I got boxes of Pepe here. But all right, that's
where that ends, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we did it. And then the next episode opens up.
The next episode opens up with
at the end of 6, the mayor runs off to challenge our boy Captain here.
We came to the conclusion where all mayors in this local East, what is it? What's it called? East Side?
East Blue.
East Blue. All the mayors in East Blue are like complete hard-ons for like getting their asses whooped.
Dying, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Fucking every mayor's like, "Oh, but I am the mayor. I have to act like a police, even though I'm feeble and can't do shit."
For 40 years.
Only that too. But you'll get another one in like 2 episodes. does the same.
I've only been elected because literally I run unopposed every year. I don't know what I'm doing.
No one wants to do this job. I don't even.
No one else wants this responsibility. It actually is quite horrible.
Anyway, he runs away, and then Luffy takes it offensive to that. He's like, hold up. I'm the main character.
The show ain't called Mayor Piece. It's called One Piece. Don't think too hard into it.
I just, yep, not even gonna tackle that one.
I don't see a fucking, a wooden armor piece on the
there you go. Yeah, there's not a wooden armor piece around the O and 1, all right?
That's right. There's a fucking straw hat, dude.
And it's actually
not called the wood. It's not called the wood armor pirates.
But
yeah.
What happens if he gives that hat back to Shanks? Does he renounce the straw hat brand?
Dude, I've been wondering.
No, Shanks just becomes the captain then.
Oh, God.
Oh snap! That's the 10th member.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
That's
he solved 10. It. Holy shit.
Luffy is revoked from captain and is no longer the main character, and Shanks takes over.
He just tells everybody, he's like, all right, guys, that's it.
I'm here.
Shanks is the captain now.
Shanks is the One Piece.
We did all of this to let Shanks be the king. Okay? We did all this to just be really good members of his crew.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Holy shit, you solved it. After years, literal years of wondering what happened.
Pouring through Reddit thread after Reddit thread.
Fucking theory after theory. Fucking everyone who's like reading meticulously and seeing like, oh, look at this throwaway line from this chapter. Well, they reference it again 300 chapters later, and I bet you that it's a reference to this particular moment where Luffy's gonna do X, Y, or Z. Oh my God. Literally that. All right.
Speaking of the Straw Hat, episode 7. The Massacre of the Straw Hat.
The Massacre of the Straw Hat. Damn. So we open up with the mayor getting fucking got.
The mayor getting smashed into a wall by none other than, no, not Captain Buggy, our hero Luffy.
I mean, Jordy said it himself. He was jealous that the mayor had the audacity to believe that he was the main character for too long, and then Luffy was like, you know what? No, actually, fuck off. This is not your story. This is my story.
Show.
He literally says it too. He goes, he was in the way.
He does say that, doesn't he? He's like, he was in the way.
We can read into this and say that Luffy was threatened, all right? The mayor was too OP. He's like, this man's getting his power too quick.
You're right. Mm-hmm,
I've seen this. I've seen this before. I've experienced this before.
That's why Luffy had to be a son of a bitch and fucking blindside him because he couldn't take him on.
It's crazy too. It's crazy too because like 2 episodes ago, Luffy goes, "It's kind of cowardly to hit somebody from behind."
Oh shit!
No.
Fuck, dude. Fag.
Just ripping hole after hole.
Dude, Luffy, what the hell, man? We're finding you out. We're gonna find at the end of this whole. Once we go through this, we break this down in all these episodes. We're gonna realize that Luffy was really the villain all along.
Dylan keeps drunk throughout the whole series, coward by hitting Mayor in the back.
There we go. So
he will never recover from this fucking travesty.
And slowly becomes incompetent.
When Luffy runs for president in 10 years, it's going to come back to bite him.
That's what I'm saying. All right. And then after we see the mayor get his ass beat into a wall, then we have what I like to call the last moment that Moji will ever be treated seriously as a character again. In which he gets fucking beat the fucking tossed into another fucking building or something. He comes out and he goes, "Buggy, that's him. He's got devil fruit powers too." And then Buggy's like, "Huh, I see. You also have devil fruit powers." And then I don't know. I don't remember who. Somebody just like fucking beat the shit out of him and got knocked him into a wall. And then
it was a unicycle guy.
Yeah, acrobat.
It was a unicycle guy. Acrobats. Well, first he reveals that he used the lion to prevent himself from getting scratched in the explosion.
It's like we get to watch the villains
because at this point, it was at this point that Luffy has now thrown a balloon. He's turned himself into a balloon and thrown the cannonball back at the house.
Yes. All right. So I missed that part. So yeah, there was a point where Luffy calls out Buggy, and he's like, he just like walks up to this man, and he's like, "What up, big nose?" and Buggy's literally everyone's like, "Wow,
he
like
big nose," and he said, "Yeah, you won't," and Buggy said, "Bet."
So yeah, Buggy was pissed. Everyone else was like, "Wow, why the fuck would you say that?" Even though Luffy's like, "Because it's funny."
Yeah, for the memes.
And then they decide to throw another Buggy ball at him, and then Luffy.
That's like if you're playing Uno and you're telling the guy next to you, you won't play that draw 4. You won't do it.
Yeah,
you won't do it, and then he does it, and then go, "Oh, word."
Wait, you also have a +4. So you hit the next guy, but you're the only two playing, so it goes.
But you're the only two playing, so it's over. Yeah, he just gets the +4.
No, I guess it's +8 because the 4 stacked on the 4.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sir.
Anyway, this is the first instance of extreme nerfage to Buggy bombs because that house, all it does is crumble. There's no gigantic 3-block long explosion like before. It's as simple as a wrecking ball hitting a house. That's it.
That's it.
Everyone's fine.
They're already starting to play him down. And at this point, I would just like the friends at home to recognize something that I love about Buggy is that he is actually literally just Luffy, but the opposite in terms of devil fruit. So where Luffy is impervious to bullets, but he can die to like swords and shit. No, Buggy can eat swords all day, but bullets and blunt should kick the shit out of him.
Yeah. He's immune to slashing damage as opposed to bludgeoning from Luffy.
I'll take the cutting up one. I like that one better. He can fly.
I don't know, man, because I mean, there's some pretty significant nerfs to its powers too.
But on the opposite, if you fall from an extreme, the opposite, if you fall from an extreme height, you're immune to bludgeoning damage. So
that's what I'm saying, man.
And you're fine.
Nah.
You can pseudo fly. You can fly the same way the Hulk can fly, except he doesn't really fly. He just uses strength. You just grab a big ass tree and you gomu fucking pistol your way across the entire world.
Yo, Christian bet, you're my man.
He's out here spoiling the future.
I mean, it's not really spoiling. He's already done it like twice.
5 minutes from now when he fights.
There's a very important plot, a kind of annoying plot, where he tries that and he gets stuck and he misses on the boss fight.
Oh. I mean,
he gets stuck.
Isn't that just a recurring bit?
I mean, that's not even like a one-time thing. I mean, he definitely
one significant part.
There's one very significant one, but
it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of annoying.
Nah, it's good. I don't hate it. But anyway, we're getting off track. I just wanted to point that out right quick. Then that's when the buggy ball goes off and Cabaji comes out of the rubble. He's like, "Yeah, I used your fucking line. He was a piece of shit anyway." And Moji was like, "Richie!" Fucking insert, your typical fucking scream to the heavens moment here.
No, if that guy's the left-hand man, the right-hand man goes, "Boss, let me take care of this for you."
Yeah. So then we have Unicycle Man, also known as Cabaji, coming out here, who's like, "Yeah, dude, I'm gonna take this on. This is all me. I'm gonna kill both these fools." And then Zoro walks up. He's like, "Nah. This is my time to shine. You made a mistake here, son. You pulled out a sword. I saw the sword, and now I have to fight."
You use sword, I use sword. We fight.
You see Mike Tyson coming at him. He's like, "I'm not threatened at all." He pulls out a tiny little dagger over.
Yo, word. No, literally, he'll be like spacing down like a literal giant who's like, "I have boxing gloves," and there'll be like a fucking 3-year-old little girl on the side with like a wooden sword, and he'll be like, "My enemy. You are who I've come here to fight." Then so they start duking it out, and then I also want to point out Cabaji got not 1 but 2 hits on that boy. So he focuses where Zoro got stabbed by Buggy before, after he failed to focus or stay focused.
Zoro goes up black on him and goes, "Oh, that's what you want? All right, here, take it." And he lets him get stabbed.
One more stab in.
He's like, "You satisfied now? You done with the stabbing?"
Yeah. He's like, "All right, is that enough of a handicap?"
Luffy goes, "This man is too cool for me."
Yeah.
Nami's like, Yeah,
Nami's like, he's about to die.
And then Nami's like, wait a minute, why am I stressing now? There's treasure over there. Later.
Nami basically was like seeing all this go down, and she was like, "Why the fuck am I still here?"
Yeah, she has that moment where she like jolts back to reality too. She goes, "Wait a sec,
I don't need to do this.
Yeah, I don't need to stand here."
I'm not gonna fight.
Once again, breaking all of the tropes we know and love from shonen battle.
Like, I'm gonna let these. I think her actual line is like, you know what? You guys could literally stand, because they're like monologuing too. She's literally like, you guys could stand around here and just talk each other up all day. I'm just gonna go get some treasure now.
Yeah. Like, and we'll rendezvous here in 20.
Yeah, I'll be back here 20.
Luffy's like, cool, see ya.
Later. Then that's a nice start fighting. Then Cabaji and Zoro. Now, fucking Cabaji is another massive throwaway. He will have no fucking. I mean, they'll return in some shape or form a couple of times, but he won't be anything significant. My man's has got like 9 named moves that he's throwing at Zoro.
He's the one that, what's it called? The Janos One Punch Man. He's throwing combo.
Yeah, he's got like acrobatic fly to the sky, acrobatic death from above, acrobatic fire to the face, acrobatic this. I'm like, holy shit, man! You've got a fucking arsenal that you're throwing at my dude. And you will literally never use any of it again.
Jump Force have this man, the ultimate combo king.
Jump Force have this guy. Could you imagine?
OP.
You could have every single one of Buggy's main characters, all like 3 of them.
All 3.
That would be amazing. But all right, then that's then they're fighting, and then Buggy's like, Cabaji, kill him now, I'll hold him. And Cabaji's like, you got it. And then Luffy's like, you're fighting me now. And then Zoro ducks out of the way. Barely made it. I don't know if I would have made it in time.
He looked so scared. He was like, these bastards.
Meanwhile, Unicycle guy was up there for about 10 years coming down on.
That's what I'm saying, dude. But then Cabaji and Zoro duke it out a little longer. Zoro does he does what he does best.
That was a note of mine. He was like, I said, that move didn't work on Buggy because, solved his stuff. But any other enemy, 1 punch or 1 slice.
literally
one slice man.
Yes, sir. The 1 slice man. And then so they finish that out.
So they start fighting a little bit though. There's a little bit of a fight between Buggy and Luffy at the end there.
Yeah. So they start duking it out, and then Buggy's like, man, I can't stand that hat. It reminds me of the hat that asshole used to wear. And Luffy's like,
the ginger.
The red-haired guy. And Luffy's like, wait a minute, do you know red hair? He's like, yeah, I might know him, but what is it to you? And they start fighting, and then at one point, fucking then Buggy actually manages to damage the hat, and Luffy gets fucking ape shit. He's like, nah. I mean, he's
mad yet.
I haven't seen
the levels of Luffy mad. This is like me.
I mean, I'm just saying, I can't think of a single time where Luffy got mad to the point where they blocked out his eyes.
There's a few parts. Not so far.
That's fair. That's fair. They don't use that trick again, I don't think. At least not a whole lot.
They do.
For his anger, I know for his stoic composure, but not like for his anger.
Yeah, you'll see it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, they start the fight. He gets the little hat crumpled up, and Buggy's like,
and then Buggy throws his hand with knives and is like, well, maybe you should protect it if it's so important to you. Stab it. Fucking the great hat destruction of like fucking 2020.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a few scars on that hat when they fix it, but those scars are gone in like 20 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's budget, man.
Actually, I think the split in the hat stays for a really long time, but the scars on the top are gonna.
The split probably does stay, but the top things they're like gone.
Well, at one point Nami says that like she fixes it, so you can kind of.
Comment.
Yeah, but then like she, I think it's either an off comment or they say that she fixes it, and then you still see the scars for a little while. But I mean, they'll still be scars for a hot sec, also, so that's kind of cool. At least
Buggy mentioned something. All right, apparently in this world, when you turn 18, you can just sign up for a pirate apprenticeship as a career move.
It does say pirate apprentice.
Yeah,
he was like, I was a pirate apprentice along with Shanks. We were goons on this goon ship.
I mean, I don't think he signed up to be a pirate apprentice. I think he just was a pirate apprentice.
Pirate apprentice.
I mean, you can say apprentice and not have like signed up.
You can be an apprentice and not be like a fucking official documented apprentice or something.
You got like the blacksmiths and woodworkers got
like fills out like a W-4.
Barring spoilers, you would assume that ship had tryouts.
I mean, see, but here's the thing. It's probably like every other ship, every predominant ship of that era. And there was another predominant ship, if you recall, that literally was just taking every fucking bozo who didn't have a family.
It was taking literally everybody. So you got hands? You got
hands? Then you're in.
That's a good thing Shanks wasn't at that point in his life.
The ship was sitting outside the orphanage and said, "Get in. Get it.
Who wants to have a dad? I do. But so yeah, I mean, like pretty much anyone could just fucking be on that shit, dude. I don't know. I mean, it depends on the circumstance. Which, to Jordy's point, they still actually haven't told it, but they've actually focused a lot more on it relatively recently. Actually, for all of you manga readers,
waiting like what 10 years at this point.
There's a lot more information regarding that whole situation, but not a lot. Anyway, then so yeah, we find out in passing that Buggy and Shanks were on the same crew together at one point, and Buggy and Shanks had a falling out at one point or another.
Yeah, he's mean to him,
yeah. Shanks did some cruel shit to him or whatever. Oh, and I also want to say before we talk about the part where he's about to give before he's about to give the flashback, I remember that at one point Luffy was like, or Buggy was like, so why do you want the map to the Grand Line or whatever? And he's like, to be king of the pirates, of course, the quintessential I'm gonna be king of the pirates. And fucking Buggy's like, what do you mean? If you're king of the pirates, that makes me God. And I'm just like, yo, the man's out here with the fucking spoilers for the future. For all you anime and manga readers, you'll know what I'm saying.
Buggy becomes an important person.
He becomes a very important person.
Very important person.
I'm just saying, he's foreshadowing his own thing here.
Doesn't deserve it at all, but he can become a god if he wanted to.
Anyone can become if Buggy could do it, so could you. Never let your dreams be dreams.
Buggy has Buggy moments, right?
Jesus.
But anyway, then of course we get to the part where he's about to give his flashback, and I just want to point out that this is the one and only time so far that Luffy has actually asked anyone for their flashback.
He won't.
Buggy's happy to oblige.
Giving it to you.
Yeah. Buggy was like, yeah, I about to tell you about my life, and then Luffy was like, tell me about Shanks. Who are you? Why do you hate him? And then Buggy's like, he's the one who destroyed my life.
He is the one man I can never forgive.
The one man I'll never forgive. And that's is all of episode 7.
That's episode 7.
I would go over 8, but I didn't watch 8.
I did not watch 8 either.
That wasn't in today's curriculum.
That was not in the agenda.
You see, look at that. We burned through 3 episodes.
Man, what were you guys even doing last week?
You can listen to it, all right? We have those episodes uploaded. You can listen to the amount of time this guy spent, or Devin spent, on discussing the logistics of having Fruit Lane about.
Yeah, we discussed that. We also discussed the his quintessential new line where it's he likes to be showed, not told.
Yeah, he's actually expecting real writing and real
in an anime that's like 20 years old.
20 years old and shonen and not really supposed to be
episode 4 of a 20-year-old anime.
Seriously. He was like, but the writers, they could have done this and this. I'm like, dude, could have done a lot of things. You sound like me when we'll talk about Hero.
Stop.
Also, since we're now on a Tuesday afternoon diet, I probably won't have drinks in me which means that I won't have enough time to stop and make fun of things if I don't have.
Man, make fun of things naturally. I don't know why you need drinks. You goddamn.
Hey, we're doing fine.
As
we're
a
doing
clutch
fine.
alcoholic out here.
I ain't gonna say I'm not an alcoholic. I wouldn't know if that's true.
I'm not gonna deny these allegations. I'm not gonna confirm them.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
These allegations may or may not be true. You beat me up.
That's
maybe
okay. Drinking's for D&D. Speaking of which, Dylan, you can cut the rest of this out. We're out of here.